Tommy's kittens
Kittens, I'm home!
It's Christmas Eve.
Do your chores, and then we go to dinner.
are causing trouble.
Not cool, guys.
And Tommy's mom
Kittens, what did you do?
We may have gotten carried away.
We need to take care of ourselves.
Be careful, Patches!
has had enough.
They're gonna have to go up for adoption.
So Tommy asks a friend to lend a hand.
Cookies.
But Santa
Shoot!
is allergic
Mom won't let me keep the kittens, please. Kittens.
to cats.
Santa?
There's a lot of challenges when you're working with a cast of cats. First of all, you have to find them. Paws for Effect were our animal wranglers, and they were fantastic. I approached them with a script. I said, hey, I need a lot of trained cats. And at first they were like, what? But they jumped into the challenge, and Sherry and Kelly, our cat handlers, were amazing. These kittens could jump on people, they could run across the room, they could pretty much do anything that we needed to do in the script, which I had no idea they would be able to. We did have to do a lot of actual casting for the cats. We had to get a kitten, and then we had to get a double for the kitten. Certain kittens could do certain tricks or elements, and then they would have to bring a second one on that was better at, like, oh, I can run better, or I can jump on high things better. Then they had to look like each other. There's a lot of times in the films when cats are actually swapped out for another one, and if you look closely, you may be able to tell. It's a little bit of Mary-Kate Ashley type of thing.
I would say it's always challenging when you're working with animals, number one, because they're unpredictable at times. And number two, working with kids. I have a son, his real name is Ezra, he plays Tommy in the film, and just being able to talk to him and get to know him and build a relationship between the two of us so that translates onto the screen, that we have created a friendship. And so just understanding him and what his process is and a little bit about his background so that I can communicate better with him on set.
The macaroni thing was a lot of fun. You know, crew is really worried, and, you know, Glenn's really worried, like, you know, oh, are you gonna be okay with this? You know, then I'm like, yeah, of course. It only took one take, if memory serves me correctly, but like doing the whole like running in place while not falling on my butt thing was kind of fun. And then the macaroni, we did a couple takes where I tried to pull it down, and that wasn't quite working. So on the last take, you know, Glenn just kind of stood over me with the big thing of macaroni, and like, I hope you're okay with this, and then, you know, just dumps it on top of me. It was a lot of fun.
To be honest, this is my first time shooting a feature film as a lead character. So just being able to consume the amount of dialogue I need to and deliver on the specific days that I need to has been an experience in itself. Me personally, I'm on set for 8 or 9 days. So I'm just kind of like the night before I get what I need to do the next day, wrap my head around that, and then show up and shoot it. So I don't have anything to necessarily compare it to. So it's all a new experience for me as far as that amount of consumption of dialogue and being able to deliver when I need to and how I need to. Why? Why did you let them tease us like that? I begged and I begged you to bring us proof so that we could show the other kids, but nothing ever came.
So when they cast the film, the actors sent in reels of themselves reading lines from the film, each as the character, and then they picked who they liked the sound of for each of the cats. And then we bring them in and they record in the booth, and we have to have the camera placed to capture their face so that as the animators are trying to animate the cats, they have a visual reference as to what the actor's mouth was doing. And so quite often when an actor is reading the lines of the film, they'll become very animated because it's the form of acting through only their voice. And so it's huge for the animators to have something to look at that makes the cats have a natural physical appearance as well as it just having the sync along with the lines.
Enough! Kittens, you know Tommy and Julia can't always do everything for us. If we can't show them that we can take care of ourselves, they'll...
Sometimes we don't know whether a line is going to work, and so when the actor comes in, we'll just read multiple lines as to see what would fit the scene better once it's actually being cut in. And sometimes the timing doesn't quite work, and so we'll do different variations on a line, like a short version and a long version, later to then see how it works when the other actors have come in and said their lines as well.
We do a 3D model of each cat's head,
Once that's done and it all looks like the actual kittens that we're shooting in the movie, that gets sent to our animator who animates the lips to match the audio, the voiceover actors. Then that comes back to our guys here, and they have to track or match move the heads to what the cats are actually doing in the shot. And then that goes to our compositors who have to blend in the rendered 3D elements into the final shot so it all looks like the cat's talking. So it's quite an involved process.
What none of us knew was about the cat, so that's what we learned on the film, is how to deal with, you know, talking animals and those kind of new elements that everybody has to kind of work around. So I loved it. It was definitely a great time and something cool to be involved in. And it's a Christmas movie, so I love Christmas. I've done a few Christmas movies. I've done some for Lifetime, the Hallmark, and so I'm very familiar with the Christmas movies. So the biggest thing about this was the cats, and that was a cool challenge for me, I think.
I think we broke Santa.
You have to fill in for the big man. Come on!
All presents must be delivered by sunrise.
We gotta get out of here. Go, go, go!
This year,
Those are my kittens. The reindeer took off with your sleigh.
the kittens
How are we supposed to deliver these presents? Fire!
have Christmas
I have a bad feeling about this. Let's dress you up. Run, run, run.
in the bag. Santa Claus.
This is Kitty 1 coming in.